Alrighty, Doc here from North America. The numbers are out. Let's see what they are. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It is good morning or good afternoon and good evening somewhere on Earth. 206. Okay, so not that far off the hunt. 206,000 versus 199,000 is nothing. As you can see, let's see, what do we got here? That jump came, let's see, that's an interesting one. Let's take a look at the little bit longer term. See all this action we had here at 7? It's the news. That's what they did with it. They took it down on the news, took it back up on the news. That's all, and within what is that? That's in 11 seconds. Drove it down, took it up in 11 seconds, and then another 14 seconds. It jumped from 85 to 601. So that's the action, ACTION. Now let's take it down into even one. There it is right there. You can see that. The news comes out right there. They drill it down, and then they take it up in a matter of, what is that? That is a total of 21 seconds. All this happened in 21 seconds right there. So, and now you can see it's drifting off a little bit at the moment. We'll see if it pressures down. The bigger question obviously is what's inside the numbers. That's what we're looking for here. They're waiting for the revision numbers. That's what they want to see. Because we know that it, that's when you get swings like that, it's because something was not the way it was supposed to be. You had a 15 handle move in the S&P 500, going down to 5,585, and it launched itself up to 5,605, a 20 handle move. Okay, June employment rate at 4.1. I guess that is reinforcing the idea they can lower rates. Who would have ever thought they would lower rates? Huh? Lower rates. Huh? Who would have thunk it? But that's what they want to do. That's what it comes down to. Let's see. They're starting to sweat. It's at 4.1 unemployment rate, and they're starting to sweat bullets at 4.2. It's like, guys, just chill. Things are not running right, and it just is what it is, and that's why the market is acting the way it is. And we've drifted down. Now we're at 60. It's 97 basically. So we're 8 handles down from the high that came in the first. The fantasy, obviously, or not the fantasy. I guess what it is those who program algorithms. Oh, I didn't check the chat line. Let me go check the chat line. Sorry about that. I would say that those who program their algorithm. There it is. There's Janos. I figured he has something up there. There's Robin. Good morning, Robin. Doc, I want to be around today. Doc, I won't be around today. Need to teach a new guy some stuff. Okay. But could you look at NVDA, SPY, TTD, and GS and Tesla? Sure. We'll take a look at that right now for you. And let me just show you what I've been saying about the swing. That was all in 21 seconds. So the news came out. They dropped it down to almost 85. And there's the 85 there. And within that 21 seconds, it ran up to there. In other words, within the first basically 30 seconds. And now it's doing a little drift down, and we're waiting for the revisions. That's the big question. We want to see the revisions. So now let's go over to the stocks, and we'll take some of this apart for us at the same time. So to start off with, let's open that one up for NVDA. Let's see. Right there. No. It's right there. There we are. they're basically saying there's a slowdown in the jobs market. We've been watching it because all the jobs that have been coming in have been not they've been government jobs, which means more taxes. In other words, you got to pay these people, so you got to spend more money. So it's not exactly you're taking money out of one pocket and put it in another. That's what it comes down to. So, here's the revisions. 57,000 less jobs in April. They took 54,000 off in the May report. Yeah, so. Okay, here we go. And household survey numbers. That's what they're looking for. The economy is softening. And that's obviously concerning. And that also opens the doorway for them to get nuts and lower rates. Okay, there you go. There's the NVDA is down maybe a couple ticks, nothing major. Still in its weekly buy. Let's slide over to our algorithm and see what it looks like over there. I don't think it has. It doesn't have the weekly won't really reflect. I don't believe yet. See, it's still in a minus there. Let's go over and show you that. So I think we'll see how that goes with the action of today. Because, see, they're not reflecting it today. And that alone, moving over to that number, could bring it back into the plus. We'll see. But this is how good the new algorithm is. And it'll go back further, more than just 5 weeks. We're going to have it go back 15 weeks. You'll be able to see 15 weeks of data on the weekly. Let's go back to, what's your second choice? The second choice was SPY. Let's go find Mr. and Mrs. SPY. And so let's close that. Yes. And then go over to here. And here is, as we've shown you, the SPY already in the form of the futures contract. So right there, here is SPY. SPY is just holding on up a little bit. And we're obviously in a weekly buy there's 4 weeks. And this is going to be the 8th week with no problem. And, it's come from the 530-ish area to the 550-ish area, 20 handles, or 200 points, I guess it is. It's 200 points, so it's like 200 handles. All right, from there we go over to TTD. Let's see what that looks like this morning. Open. Now they're saying the revision numbers are important because they show us the underlying momentum in the economy and which direction it's taking. So that's the rationale of that. Now let's go down to, don't we have TTD? I thought we put TTD into this. Let's put it there. Let's see, TTD. I thought we came up with that. TT. No, we didn't. Let's add the symbol. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see. There we are. Turn that switch in September. Give them lower interest rates. That's all they're asking for. Now you can see here. This is also this morning still doing the same thing. It's let's do this. Let's grab some of these. So I went into the buy there, and then let's grab this one right there. And the weekly is, what's that? Is that the weekly? 51.04. Okay. So there's your weekly buy. There we are. And then there's your weekly sell. Let's put that in. There we are. And so let's move some of these others over. Let's see if we can get another green line somewhere. I mean, there's a lot of green going up and down, up and down. Right there. And then let's go with that. And then let's move this guy over to there. And then, let's see, move this red over to here. And then move this green over to here. Oh, all right, we'll do that. That's fine. There we are. And then move that one over to there. And that's pretty much the action of the last buy signal. There it is, like that. Get a job and start working. There you go. And then I guess the buy here. That's it right there. Let's put that one in, and then we won't put any more in. But there you go. There's your TTD. Oh, no, I didn't want to move that. Let's do this right there. No. Why won't it let me put the line in? There it is. Move that over one. And so there's your action of TTD. Let's save that. There we are. So there's TTD. Let's go to Goldman Sachs. There's Goldman Sachs. Also, let's put TTD in the other. Where's it at? Let's see. Want to go to products and put TTD in there too, right that. And then go like that. And so let me just show you the TTD with the beta. You know, it's lifting and lots of buys here, and then a weekly buy there. Now let's go back over to Goldman Sachs. Let's see what Goldman looks like. There's Goldman. Goldman's, let's widen this out for you so you can appreciate it a little bit more. And let's put some of those things in. The buy was right there. There's Goldman. And then there's the sell. Right there. And now we're jumping into the weekly buy again. To join in with that daily buy, it looks like to me. Right there. And so that's what the action is. Let's see. Let's put there's the daily buy. That went on for a while with that move. That was a really incredible move. And then we got into the sell right there. What a herk jerk that was, huh? And then we went back into this. So that was the buy right there again. And you wouldn't take the short solely because we're in a weekly buy, of course. And then there's your sell again. And you just, take your profits or do stuff like that or hedge with binaries or whatever you do. There's your buy again. And that is a long you would take there. And it goes on till there. So there's your Goldman. That's the Goldman. So, and it's trying to get back into the buy here. It's in the daily buy for 4 days, and looks like the weekly is going to, it's basically the weekly started a couple days back, and it's looking very firm in there. So, see how they're going with that. That is the Goldman. And then last but not least, Mr. Tesla. Right there. There's the Tesla. Now, I know what it is. It's this one has the Tesla. There it is. This one has the Tesla with the lines in it. There it is. And you can see there it's in a daily buy, a weekly buy back in here. You see the rest of it, and that's the ride for the Tesla. So there you are. Gave you all those, all done, all good. Now we'll drift over to other areas. Anybody else wants to see anything? We'll stop what we're doing. We'll gladly give you the flavor of the algorithm and what it's doing. So from there, let's jump over to, where do we go to? Let's go to the dollar index. Let's take a look at the dollar index. Oh, and let's take a look and see what the what do you call it? The stock market is doing. Stock market's basically unchanged in the sense of when we last looked at it. And let's go over and let's get the open up one more. Let's open up the Dookie day and week. There it is. When it comes to the currencies themselves, and I'm going to just show you the stock indice right there. Look at that. It's still drifting down. Matter of fact, it's drifted down to the point where it got right before the news came out. It was trading in the 92 area. They went down to the 85 area, ran up to the 605 area, and now they've drifted back down. Let's put a line where it started today, just for the fun of it. That was before the news right there. So they've basically bounced off of it, lifted up a little bit, and now they're back at it again. You see our algorithm is pushing into the minus side, as you can see right there. The longer term ones, it's telling us that they want to break down. This is all starting to show weakness. The weakness is there. So I imagine they will go back and challenge that 85 now too, probably. So let's go look at the dollar index. And you can see it right there. There's the dollar index. It's been working its way down. Let's take a look at it over, let's see, right there. So then let's go take a look at it over here. They need some proof so they can lower rates. They gotta do something to help Mr. Biden. It's got to be done. Things are so ugly on that side of the political spectrum. And there it is right there. You can see the pressure on this product drifting down. And you can see the weekly still holding on. The fast has broken the zero line. We got the slow now, touching and breaking the manifold just by a hair, but it's still in the plus. So we'll see what kind of action's going on there. Let's take a look. Let's jump over to the euro for a second, and we'll take a look at what's going on there. No, that's not it. And there is the euro, and the euro is lifting up, so they're thinking that interest rates are dropping here in the States. That's what they're doing, because when the euro and you know what, they've been in a daily buy for, what is that, 5 days, 6 days now. They've been in a daily buy on the euro, and the euro is flirting on the edge. If they put a little bit more charge into it, look at that. The weekly is very close. The fast is through the zero line. The green is climbing towards it. The green line has broken the negative side of the manifold right there. That's the yellow mirror imaged lines. And we'll see how that goes if it gets into the plus. And that is the euro. Let's see, where else are we? I'm just going to swing back to the old stock market. And see, it's bouncing along that line there. Still bouncing along the line of before the news right there. That line represents the news. So they're trying, and look, it's getting back into its little intraday buy. What's the others doing? Not really. They're minus. This is minus. These are the three I pay attention to, and then I look at the overall trend. Is still trying to tell us that the broad trend right now is on the upside. You can see here it was on the upside all the way through this. They pushed it into the sell there, and then before the news and last night they pushed it back into the buy, and it's holding on to that buy, and we'll see if it rolls over. And this, I think, wants to go back, drop 6 handles down into the 85, 86 area, something like that. There's 90, there's 90.50, there's 90 even, 89. Doing it live for you. This is live, traders. And we're thinking that it's going to go challenge something to this area, anywhere from here down to there. And so they're trying to break down. They know that they're on the edge. That's the news. The Fed might actually be, I don't know, what would the Fed want? I think they wouldn't mind letting it drop a little bit. Just a little, so they can let their friends in so they can get long again. So... But I see this as trying to break down. As long as my algorithm on the very short term, this is my Tesla. Is it 396 is a Tesla. So this is almost a 2-point Tesla. I think it's 2.618 Tesla. That's what this is, a 2.618 Tesla. And so, it's reflecting the itty bitty little buying trying to go on still to hold things up. And it's obviously interpreting the idea that they will lower rates. Now you could say it's a battle between the bond vigilantes and the inflationary Bidenomics. I guess that's what it comes down to. That's the battle: bond vigilantes versus Bidenomics. In other words, that's the battle we're seeing here. All right. So let's go back to the currencies, unless someone wants to see something. And we'll keep an eye on this and see how it's going. So you can see the strength here. And when we go to cable looking the same way. Lots of strength. And it's through the weekly as we speak. See that right there. There. They're saying June retail trade jobs down 8,500. So all the internals and the adjustments are reflecting weakness. That's what that is, and that's why they're doing these things. That's why they are pressuring them. And then we drift over to the Swiss. The Swiss is doing the same thing. It's gaining. You can see that right there. And we are through the sell, thank goodness, which means that they're going to probably try to bring the Swiss down, back down into this area, get out of that 90 area. Now they're at the 89, 87 area, that type of thing. Oop. Still stock market holding up. The best they could do is get it down to 89.50. I think it wants to go visit this area here. I think it'll come down to the bottom of this Bollinger Band we have up on there. For some trader a long time ago asked us to put it on there, and we did, and it's sitting on there right now still. But I kind of think we'll see that. Now let's see if it rolls over in here, and we'll go from there again. Back to the currencies. So Swiss is doing fine. And we go to the yen. The yen got into that sell yesterday. It's like, woo, how about that? And we saw the Nikkei, lift up very firmly yesterday too. So, let's see, what else can we say about the yen and the Nikkei? They're going through their nightmare of financial and political discourse. That'll go on for a while until they can really figure out all of it. It's hard to imagine any real changes, but you never know. Hope is eternal. You can see, Nigel Farage did a really nice job. He got elected, and his Reform Party basically came in second in a lot of voting. A lot of voting. They didn't get a lot of seats, but they beat the Tories, or what they call the Conservatives. They gave up that conservative mantle a while back. I don't see the Tories as conservative, and we'll see how supposedly Labor has moved to the center, and maybe even center right. So, I mean, it's really hard to tell. We'll see how England is governed for a while. But I would think that Nigel will be battling with the Tories for second place. He's now going to start, next elections, they're going to start aiming towards Labour instead of the Tories. But Nigel Farage's party, the Reform Party, the true Conservatives of England, did fine. Did very fine. Did better than anybody was expecting. I was telling you, we thought Nigel had a shot at a lot. He did. He really did. All right, now from there, we go to the Great Experiment. There's the Turkish lira. It's up at the top end of the range. And we are now out of the weekly sell area today on a Friday, as we mentioned many a time. If it got up to the top of the box, it might clean that out. And we'll see if they do anything more to it than that. We're hoping that it stalls and goes back down again. We would like that. That would be very nice. We're going to go over to let's say there's the stock market again. It's trying to dip. Okay, they made another low right there, didn't they? Was that the 89.50? That was the 89.50. So they're still in the thrust of it. You can see here the S&P 500 futures contract trading live here. It is right on the edge. It's trying to get into the sell. We have almost we have a 1.618 Tesla to go. We'll see how that goes. It's trying. And like I said, it's the battle between the bond vigilantes and Bidenomics. And I always put my money on the bond vigilantes. They usually are right. But, when the Bidenomics has the Federal Reserve on its side, so they can muscle on the bond vigilantes on the stock market, but they can't do it too well on the bond market. That's for sure. All right. From there, we jump over to the South African Rand. There it is. And you can see here, still holding down. And second day in a sell. Let's grab one of these sells. I'll just put a new one in. And at the same time, holding on to that weekly sell, which would say to us, let's see what gold is doing. And there's gold. And so there's gold lifting up, looking firm, in a buy for 5 days, and definitely flirting with the weekly buy with no problem. They haven't backed it off, so more than likely we will jump back into that weekly buy there in gold by the end of today, especially with the South African Rand working its way down. That's good. It's doing that, and maybe they're really showing the people of South Africa that the policies are starting to alter and change. Yep. That is that's the name of the game there. All right. So now let's go check out stock market again and see what they're doing. They're just locked on the line there. They've locked on the line. It's the battle between Bidenomics and what do you call it? The bond vigilantes. All right. We're real pushing here. Look at this. They've got it underneath. Let's see how all the others are doing now. You see there's pressure there. Still minus now since up in here. And same thing over here. They're all minus. All right. Back to the commodities. That's gold. So let's see what silver looks like. And there's silver. And silver is looking very firm, and it's trying to get into the buy also on a weekly. Very close. Let's see. And then there is copper. There's the copper. Same thing, hanging it on there. And you can see the weekly is trying to turn also. It's getting very close. And then we'll go to the platinum. And platinum is pressing into the buy. But the weekly is still having a little work to do. What to do, what to do, what to do. It's got work to do. Work. We'll see what they do. All right, now from there we can drift over to the energy sector and see what's going on with the different energy products. There's crude oil. And it's trying to get into a sell, but they've lifted back up to the top. It's got a green and a red. We'll see how they treat it by the end of the day. And at the same time, we're still in a weekly buy now for 3 full weeks. So you don't want to short it, that's for sure. And what else we could say about that? We'll go over to the beta. Nigel Farage. There we go. You can see it there. There's the strength. It's lifting up. It's not looking anywhere as near as dire. And you can see it's been in a weekly buy on our beta for 5 weeks now. 5 weeks. And then. Oh, that's the other beta. Nope. And then from there, we go to... oh, no, we might as well stay on the beta. That's what it is. Let's stay on the beta because we're going to go to Brent, North Sea Oil. Let's see what they're doing. Brent is looking the same way. 5 full weeks in a buy. And. You can see many days. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 7. Going on an 8, basically a 7th day of a daily buy. So we're seeing that strength, and it's not letting go. And we just see it keep on marching. Let's go check out the stock market. I think we've seen it make another dip down to the number we were looking for. Right there. So now we've gotten down to a low of, let's make it the whole screen. So now we got down to 88. Basically 88 and a quarter. Yeah, 88 and a quarter. And this pressure was on it. It's still trying to drift. I think, like I said, I think it wants to drift down to here. And it got down to the manifold, as we said, or the not manifold, the what do you call that? The Bollinger Band there. And you can see, our manifold's way down. Our algorithm got down to it, but not the price. Well, it broke that, but it's not going to, break it up there yet. So it broke down through that. So it broke through it and then came back up and it's trying to put a pop on it. So you can see that pressure. Yeah, so they're basically saying that the unemployment numbers keep on reflecting weakness. And then when you look at the jobs themselves, it's even worse. So that's the problem with this all. And so we're still in that, pressure where it keeps on pressing down. Let's go over to the beta again. And there is Brent, as I said. Brent is doing the same thing as crude oil, West Texas Intermediate crude. And then we go from there to, let's just show you what heating oil is doing. Do we have heating oil in here? Where's the HO? There it is right there. This is heating oil. This is the oil we use during the winter months. Also, we use that oil for airplanes, and we also use it for, what else we use that oil for? Diesel trucks. So we're seeing some pressure on that. And then from there, we jump over to natural gas. Now in the States here, natural gas has been drifting down. NG. There it is right there. It's got this nice slow steady burn on the downside. Lots of daily sells. And it's a couple weeks in a weekly sell now. And then we go over to, last but not least, we go to the Spanish energy company that gives us a flavor of what they're thinking in Europe. Probably like in many ways, we probably should watch the heating oil and the Spanish energy company at the same time. And you see it's in the sell on the weekly. But you can see here, last couple of days, it's been in a buy and it's lifting up. So, they did a lot of great selling. They're waiting for what the European Parliament is going to do. Once that rubber meets the road and they start doing things, then we'll see this probably change. Also, it's got to be an election thing also. You got to figure that they feel pretty comfortable that Mr. Trump is coming back. So, we've read stories yesterday saying that they're already preparing for it in Europe. So, for the better, not for the worse. Yeah. All right, so there we are. You see that pressure on the marketplace. And that's pretty much the energy side of it all. Let's go take a look at unless you have anybody wants to see anything specifically, let us know. But let's just show you the Nikkei. We'll start off with the Nikkei. There's the Nikkei lifting up, going back to all-time highs. The currency had just got done playing with 40-year highs, and now the index itself is flirting with it, and we're looking at 3 weeks in a buy, and it's done for the week basically. Then we go over to where do we go over? We go over to let's go take a look at the Kospi in South Korea. That's also showing strength. Look at that rip on the upside there. Making some good gains. And it's been flirting off and on with buys. At the same time, we are looking at a total of something like 5 weeks in a weekly buy. So the buyers are reaching in. Bargain basement buying. We go to Taipei and see what Taiwan's going on. There's the Taipei index playing with all-time highs. And lots of daily buys. And months of weekly buys. Oh, what do we got? We got Giannis saying something here. I'm here, by the way, now. So what is the outlook for today? Today, I want to say that they'll probably knock it down. I don't know. I kind of think that they want to knock it down, the stock market. But there's hopes and dreams of lower interest rates, and I guess for the Fed, look, the Fed it's the battle of Bidenomics and the Fed against the bond vigilantes. And so it is a real tough call, except for the fact that we can just very easily say we're in a weekly buy and a daily buy. So obviously the strength is on the upside. I think they want to take it back down a little bit lower, let their friends in and family. And we're waiting for the 85 area. They got it down to 88 now. And we'll see. when maybe by the end of the webinar, maybe we'll be through that 85 area. But I think they want to pressure it. As long as the internals keep on showing what they're showing, I think they want to at least take it down so they can, front run this thing. They're not raising money very well anymore. Mr. Biden's having his issues on that. So they have to do some way of making money for the campaign. So take the market down, campaign, in some account somewhere, buys futures, and then they lift it back up and they use that money for the campaign. I would figure that's what's going on for today. And when we go and look at the stock market right at the moment here, remember, once the whole market is open, there it is right there. Let's show it to you. Right there, we're still playing with the line. That white dotted line is the low and the close of the last 2 days. So because of the holiday, so they're flirting with unchanged at the moment. I think they take it down and then take it up. That's what I think. Wow. Interesting. So, let's go to... Where do we go from there? Oh, we were looking at some of the world indices. If you want me to look at something, let me know. But right now, that's what I think is it's going to be unchanged for a bunch of hours, and then maybe they knock it down, set it up for a buy, and then who knows where they close it at the end of the day. More likely, maybe higher. Why? They don't want people. Look, between Bidenomics and the Federal Reserve, the only thing they want is a firm market because they're losing everywhere else. So if the market starts to collapse, they really have problems. And so they control the Fed, and they control, Biden is Bidenomics. So, more than likely they'll find a way to be firmer by the end of the day. But will they take it down first? Sure. So they can get their hands on the market, get long, and then take it back up. Oh, look at that. There we go. They're making another break again. Let's see where the other two indicators are. They're minus and minus. Still see here, still minus. Here, still in a sell. Let's just tighten that up for you to see. That went into the sell right here and has not retraced it. So we'll watch and see how this thing goes. I think they want to take it down to this area here. They're not far away. Just down into here. They'll work their way down. All right, now we're going to zip over to some of the other world indices. Let's see where we left off. We left off, and let's put it up on the screen. I'll let you know when they do go down to the low we were talking about. Where is it? There's Taiwan. So we did the Taiwan. That's done. Months upon months in a buy. And at all-time highs on the daily. And then we go... Nope, not there. Let's go to... We'll drift right over to Shanghai and see what... Smack-a-doodle. Smack-a-doodle to you. Smack-a-doodle to you. All right, there it is right there. There is the Shanghai. They took it down hard again, made new lows. They're trying to bring it back to close to close of yesterday, but that's all they did. And we're like the Taiwan in reverse. It's been a few months in a sell when it comes to the weekly. Let's take a look at Hang Seng, the major financial city of China, as far as I'm really concerned. I don't really think of Shanghai as the real center, but it is when it comes to China minus Shanghai, it's number one. But let's put that in there. Where's the Hang Seng? HSI. There it is right there. There's the Hang Seng. Showing some of its weakness, but see, it's not breaking down as bad as the Shanghai indexes. They're having much more problems, the Shanghai. All right, from the Shanghai, we head over to the Singapore Straits Times Index, STI. You're around here somewhere. STI. Jump out. STI. There it is right there. You see it's backed off a little bit today, but it's been in that daily buy now for like 10 days. It's been in the weekly buy just for the 2 weeks at the same time. And that 2 weeks, you can see it's gone from there to there. Nice move from 3,300 to almost 3,450. It's a big move. Talking about 1,050 points, which is pretty not 1,000. I'm sorry, 150 points. 150 points is a pretty big move in this product. And then let's see how the Philippines are doing. We did miss them, and you can see the last couple of days they've been firm, and they did close in the weekly buy last week. They are flirting with the weekly sell as we speak. We'll see how they treat that tomorrow or Monday. In this case, Monday. All right, and then we'll go south. There is the All Ordinaries. It's flirting with a weekly sell. It's kind of trapped in the center of the range in Australia. They tried to lift it here at the end of the week. And then we go over to the Nifty 50 right there and into the Indian Ocean. You see they put a little pressure on the product. Nothing much, but a little pressure there. And you can see good solid 5 weeks. So you can see that 5 weeks in a weekly buy since basically 1, 2, 3, 4. Since this low over here, right there, that low is, that's where it went into the buy that week. This week it went into the buy. So that's cool. All right. What else do we go to? From there, as we cut around the planet, we head towards Saudi Arabia. And let's take a look at, there it is right there. Saudi Arabia, the Aramco, the oil company in Saudi Arabia that trades publicly. You can see it's off from the $30 area. Just kind of hanging out. Seems to have built a base in the 27 3/4, 27.5 area, and it just seems to be hanging there. We have been 10 full weeks now in a sell, so it's been in a sell since it went into the daily sell there, or the weekly sell there, and daily sell together. You can see most of the time it was in the sell too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of the last 40 trading days, something like that. That's I see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Like the 28 days, 27 days. It's been in sell. Sell. All right. So now, let's see what this is. I forget what this is. We looked at it. No. Okay. So from there we go over to the Stokes in Europe. And you can see it's been in a buy for a couple of days. And it's still in a weekly sell. We'll see how it turns by tomorrow or Saturday, Sunday. We'll see how it turns. But the Stokes is trying to lift up. Let's see how the DAX looks. Where's the DAX at? There you go. There's DAX. And there at the same time, you can see it's climbing into the weekly buy. 3 days in the daily buy. So things seem to be, they're reaching for these products. They're doing a good job. I mean, there's a lot of buying going on. They've always said, ever since I've been on Wall Street, they always said, when America sneezes, the world catches a cold. So in other words, when America goes back into capitalism again from Bidenomics, then what will happen is that the world will benefit from it. I think that's what they're looking at here. And with Mr. Trump constantly leading Mr. Biden by anywhere from 8 to 10%, it definitely is putting that charge into the global marketplace. All right, and from there we go to let's take a quick look at France, Paris, the CAC 40, and you can see there a couple days in the buy, and you can see unfortunately it's still in that weekly sell. Then we drift over to there we was that something? No, it wasn't. I thought somebody asked a question there. I was getting excited. Oh my God, ask a question, please. Yes. And then from there, what is the FTSE doing? There's the FTSE, and the FTSE is doing the same thing. Strength. The Labour Party was more conservative than the Tory Party at this point, and Nigel Farage, Nigel's Reform Party did a really good job, and they were in second place a lot of places. They beat the Tories in a lot of places. So I'm thinking about what I read. NVDA calls for 130 calls 130 for 1207 expiring. What's that, today? Are today's expiring calls there? Let's take a look at that. Let me go check that out. Let's see. Not there. Let's do this. Where do I go to do that? I know where I go. Let's see. There it is. Okay, let's take a look and see. And where's the stock at? Let's put the stock up on the screen here. There's the U.S. stock market. So we go with that, and then at the same time, let's put NVDA in there. Not there. Where's it at? Let's do this. Let's close that. American. Okay, I got the options up. Let's see if we can do something with that. Let's bring it over to the screen here. And let's see, NVDA. NVDA. Let's see if we go like that. And then I can move that over more like that. And then let's put, where's the product? Tools. Yeah, let's see. We'll find it in a second. I forget where I sign, oh, I know it is. I go like that. Let's do this over here like that. And then I go NVDA. And there's the options. So, first week of July. Well, the stock's at 128. Okay. What's that, up $8 or something like that? Let's take a look and see here. Open. NVDA. Right there. This will come up on the screen for NVDA. On that one. So I got the stock trading at 127 and change. How much is that up? What is that? I think it's saying it's unchanged, so it was around 130, I guess. All right, so let's look at the 130. There's the. That's the first week of July, so that's this week. So it's trading at 238, and where's the puts trading? That's the calls, right? Let me see. Let's go with Where is the calls and the puts? That's the calls. I guess they're the calls. Let me see. Where's the button for the calls and puts? There's the puts. No, that's the put. So the put is at 238, and the call is at the 130 call is at 68 cents. No, I don't think so. That's not right. So you see what I'm saying? The it's not 12. It's not at 12:07. The 130 call. Are you talking about a 4 or 6 week away call, or are you talking about today's call that expires? You're saying for expiring. Let me just double check a live one. Okay, NVDA, enter options, and we're looking at the 130 call where the stock was basically. I have the 130 call. Let's see if I can figure this out. Where is that at? 130 call. That's the put. No, I don't see those prices. I just don't see those prices at all at 12 something. They're not open yet, so that's part of it right there. But no, definitely not. All right, let's get rid of that. Market's getting ready to open. When I do this, we'll stick around for a few seconds here and see how the options go. Okay? But I'm not seeing that, and I'll give you a live quote on the options. What do we got? We got about a minute. We got 1 minute and 22 seconds. So as I try to figure out what to label the stock market, or what title today? What should I use as a title? Let's see. So today's title. Let's see. Title. Total, not total. Title. Title today will be. What did we look through? We looked through the stocks. U.S. equities. Let's see. Let's see. I'm impressed with the way U.S. equities are. So you can see here they're lifting up a little bit. Options open up in 20 seconds. So I got to come up with a title. What should I call today? Let's see where the options are being priced. All right, so they opened them up. The straddle, which is hard to. No, I'm sorry. The options are trading at 56 cents, not $12, not 12.07. No, that's just that's a bad number. Nope. Okay, just wanted to make sure because I was really confused by that. All right, traders, we're out of here. This is Doc, and they didn't take it down to the 85. I kept on looking for the 85. All we got down to is the 88 here, right there. So I still think they're going to drive it down to the 85. We'll see how they do. Am I seeing any change? Yeah, okay, yeah, they've started to turn this back up. As this turns back up, they're going to turn back up. That's going into the buy, so they're going to try to turn it back up. Here we go. Watch them fly. Come on. We're live here. You got to make Doc look good. See? It goes up in value. That's the way it goes. All right, so traders, we will catch you all Monday, same time, same channel. So Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, to all our trading friends. Later, later, traders. Have a safe and smart weekend, and I'll come up with a title here sooner or later. And there you see the live trading of the S&P 500. And NVDA's options are trading under $1. So, ta-ta for now.